Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. So it's game number 22 of the season, and Montreal is at home to face the San Jose Sharks. This is the last game before they go on a Western swing. They're going to play Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. I know Seattle's in there, and I'm not sure who the other team is, to be honest with you. So it's a Western road swing. A lot of late games, so get used to late games coming up. So that's the game tonight. What I have for you here in the pregame show is I have the lineups, I have a game preview, and I have this is the Guess the Score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. And you can pick that guy from either team. It doesn't matter. And then you win a cash prize directly into your bank account via Interact. We've had one winner so far, David Arthur. And last year, no winners. So it's not an easy contest to win. I will give you my guess a little bit later on. Give your guesses in the chat. Don't give them in the comments, and don't wait till the hangout, because only here for the Guess the Score contest. All right. I have a little bit of game day news too. And first we'll see who's here. Let's see. Filibuster. How you doing, man? He's got Habs win 4-2 with an empty net goal. Dactor, that's Kirby Doc, scoring first. And he says, damn, put that creativity to pasture and make money doing kids' Habs hockey books, short stories, short songs to sing along to. The funny thing about that is only this. I think I decided on a song. My next song is going to be a Christmas song. I'm going to rewrite the words. So I'm going to do a Christmas carol. I don't know what they are. So hopefully that'll come out. My plan is to have it out for Christmas Day, when I think I'm going to be doing a Saturday hockey talk, because there's no games on Christmas Day is Saturday, and there's no game that day. So that's what I'm working on now. I am working on a poem, still not done yet, and another video, but it's not done yet. So yeah, I'm slow. But interesting that you mentioned that. Hey, Pete, how you doing, man? I'm doing great too, man. Watching Bedard on YouTube is nothing like live. We went and watched him the other night, 4 goals and a couple of assists too. He and Tanner Howe are amazing. I'm back on the tank train. Yeah, well, they're not going to get Connor Bedard. So, hey, Big Bye, how you doing? 5-2 Caulfield with the first goal. A&W 4-3 Habs, by the way, both of them. Gallagher with the first goal. Hey, Ronald, how you doing? Been a while. I'm doing good. I'm A&W. I'm going to watch Mississauga versus Hamilton on December 30th to watch Owen Beck. Will be sick. Yeah, listen, enjoy that. That's cool. You guys are lucky to get here. I mean, we get Habs here, obviously, but there's not much. Well, I shouldn't say that. You can go to Laval. I don't know. Pete's got 5-4 Montreal. Caulfield with the first goal. Stan the Man. How's it going, Stan the Man? He's got 3-2 Montreal. Matheson with the first goal. Guru has 5-2 Sharks. You pick somebody else. Sturm is injured, so Sturm is not. I know I have him in fantasy, so Sturm is on IR. So put the whole guess in after again, second with a new guess, because it's not going to count. I'm freezing up on my feed. It's cold in here. Anybody else having this problem that I'm freezing? If it's the feed, there's not much I can do, and more than likely, Pete, it's on your end. More than likely, but it doesn't mean it is. For me, it looks all good here. I can't tell. So, I'm at the end there. All right. So, till I get some input on whether my feed is good or not, I will continue on. Stan has no issues, so I suspect it's where Pete is. It was cool when Hamilton was AHL. Take advantage to watch Laval. I wouldn't go to the Bell Center either. So, and I can't get them on TV or anything. Crystal clear. All right, so it's got to be Pete's feed. Okay, Guru's going to give me Carlson for the first one. Okay, no worries. 5-2 Sharks. Carlson gets the first one. Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. All right, I'm going to give you what I got here so far for my game day news. Dallas Stars today signed center Roop Hintz to an 8-year, $8.45 million contract. Hintz, as I said, is a center. He's also 6'3", scored 37 goals last year, and I believe he was either a point-a-game player or very close to point-a-game player over the last 2 seasons, each of the last 2 seasons. So I asked, what does that mean for Cole Caulfield, right? 8-year, $8.45 million contract. Roop Hintz, you think, well, so you know what? I still say because Hintz is a center, he's a lot bigger than Caulfield, but he also has this 2-year history of putting up really good numbers and scoring goals, before the signing. I still say 8 years, $7.5 million. So let me know in the comments here or in the chat. What do you guys think? Do you think this signing means anything for Cole Caulfield? I've got some scoring paces for the Habs after 21 games. Nick Suzuki is on pace for 47 goals, 47 assists, 94 points. Cole Caulfield, 47 goals, 35 assists, 82 points. Kirby Dach on pace for 16 goals, 50 assists, 66 points. Sean Monahan on pace for 20 goals, 35 assists, and 55 points. And lastly, Caden Gooley on pace for 4 goals, 27 assists, and 31 points. And in a rookie season, not too shabby. And last thing I have here for that is Nick and Cole are tied for second in the league for even strength goals with 10 each. So they're tied at second. There's 3 other players with 10. But so tied for second in the league for even strength goals. They have to be scoring even strength goals because they're not scoring power play goals anywhere. Even better. Baby says it's one of the best feeds. Oh, well, it's snowing there. You got weather problems. Well, it's that devil in you there, Pete. Stan the Man says 8 times 7, good for Caulfield. The fact that he's keeping pace, not exactly with Nick, but a little bit. Yeah, I think 7 is fine. I still think it's 7.5, but we'll see how in the end. I don't think this is going to mean. It doesn't mean that Caulfield's going to get over 8 or 8 even. I still don't think they pay him more than they pay Suzuki. So I don't think this changes anything personally. All right, don't forget to leave your guesses for the Guess the Score contest. If you haven't already, guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you could win a cash prize directly into your bank account via Interact. Jason LaRose got 3-2 Habs. Caulfield with the first goal. Good guess there. A lot of Caulfields tonight. I'm a little surprised. There's only one Guru. I think the only one with Carlson. Did anybody else take Carlson? I'm a little surprised. I was going to go with Carlson. I didn't end up taking Carlson, but I was going to go with Carlson. I'm just surprised there's not more. He's having one hell of a year. I don't think it's Carlson's not on that list. He's got 11 goals, I think, but he's not on that top 10 list. Top 10, that top list of 5-on-5 goals. But what a hell of a season, eh? After what? Did he have a good season yet in San Jose? This is the first really good one. So good on Carlson. If you notice, he's on the thumbnail. Yeah, okay. At this point, I guess I'll give you my guess for the Guess the Score contest. Yeah, so I was looking at the stats and, what each team goals per game, goals against per game, very evenly matched here. Basically scoring 3 goals a game and giving up 3.5. That's basically what both teams are doing, right? So I'm gonna, go with someone's gonna win 4-3. So it's 4-3 Montreal, but I'm gonna give Timo Meier the first goal. See if I'm right? 4-3 Montreal, Timo Meier with the first. But yeah, I think, it's gonna be, if it works out to their averages, right, it's gonna be a 4-3 game. It doesn't always work out to their averages, obviously. Oh God, Stan the Man. First of all, where would Montreal find the money? Carlson's making 11.5 for 4 more, I think, seasons. We're going to find the money for that. No, Montreal's not picking up. And why would they pick up Carlson now? They're not contending. Why would you pay him $11.5 million when you're not going to be a contender right now? That's my thoughts on the matter. In about a minute or two, I'm going to go because there's only me here. I don't know why I keep saying we. I'm going to go to the game preview, so I'll give you that. I've got the lineups. There's some surprises on the lineups. Defense has switched around a little bit, so there's news there. Yeah, and just the stuff on the game, as you regulars all know about that. In the meantime, if you got them, light them up. If you're drinking, have a drink, and we'll get to the game preview in a minute. And in the meantime, just ask away anything you want to know. If I know the answer, I will tell you. If I don't, I will tell you that I don't know. All right. So since nobody wants to talk to me, we'll go to the game preview after. What's the word I'm looking for? After a word from our sponsor. I have to cough. That's all. Yeah, that didn't work out. All right. We have a game preview. This is the game tonight. It is right here, and this is the game. San Jose, 7-13-4, are in Montreal to take on our 11-9-1 Montreal Canadiens. How to watch this game. Start time is 7 p.m., 4 p.m. East. Cut that the opposite, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. As always, during the week, it's on TSN2 in Canada in English and RDS in French. In the Sharks region, it's NBC Sports San Diego for the San Jose Sharks. Makes sense. Season series between these two teams is tonight here in Montreal. Then February 28th, they will be in San Jose. Last 10 record for the Sharks, 4-5-1. They're on an overtime loss streak of 1. Montreal is 6-4-0 and on a 2-game winning streak. Home and away record, since San Jose is away, their record is 5-5-0 on the road, and Montreal's home record is 6-5-0. Tail of the tape, scoring chances for percentage. For Montreal, 45.5%, that's 26th in the league. For the Sharks, 50.7%, that's 17th. Excuse me, I almost burped there. More than you need to know. Goals per game, 2.95 for Montreal, 21st, and 2.96 for the Sharks, 20th. So you can see that's virtually the same. Goals against per game, 3.48 for Montreal, 25th, and 3.58 for the Sharks, 28th. So again, virtually the same. Power play percentage, 16.4% for Montreal, 29th, 21.3% for the Sharks, 19th. So that's a decent power play. PK percentage, 80% for Montreal, 12th, and 90.3% for the Sharks. They're first in the league, so they've got a really good penalty kill. Last year's record, head-to-head, they each shut out each other in each other's barn. So 1-1-0 and 1-1-0. I think it was a 5-0 win for the Sharks here in Montreal and a 4-0 win for Montreal when they were in San Jose. Face-off percentage, 50.1% for San Jose, 17th, 51.3% for Montreal, 12th. Shots on goal. So shots on goal per game for San Jose, 30 even. For Montreal, 30.4. Shots on goal allowed per game, 30.7 for San Jose and 33.3 for Montreal. Goalies tonight. It is going to be Yeah, I think it's going to be Kakkonen. Kakkonen, 2-5-2, 3.81 goals against, 8.71 save percentage, no shutouts. And Jake Allen for Montreal, 6.70 record, 3.61 goals against, and an 8.91 save percentage. I mean, those numbers need to improve for him anyway. Players to watch over the last 5 games for points for San Jose, Timo Meier, 6 points. For Montreal, Suzuki, 5 points. Goals, Timo Meier, 4 points. Cole Caulfield for Montreal, goals, not points. 4 goals and 3 goals for Caulfield. Assists, Erik Karlsson for San Jose, 4 assists, and 3 assists for Nick Suzuki for Montreal. Plus minus, both of them at +2. I don't know his first name, but Benning for the Sharks and Jack-Eye for Montreal. Team leaders, goals for San Jose. That's the right team, San Jose. I'm screwed up. It said the TV thing was San Diego. Now I want to say San Diego. Timo Meier has 12 goals. Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki both have 12 goals. Points, Erik Karlsson with 32 for San Jose, Nick Suzuki 24 for Montreal. Average ice time, Erik Karlsson 25.15, and in Montreal, Mike Matheson 23.48. Wins, James Reimer 5 wins, and for Montreal, Jake Allen with 6 wins. The standings, Montreal, just to show you, they're in 18th place. They fell out. I'm sure you're all happy about that. Of the 16th. They weren't in a wild card even at 16th, but they're dropping down. They got Florida and the Rangers ahead of them. Florida not that far ahead of them. I'm sure everybody's happy to see Florida drop down. And Minnesota and St. Louis just behind them. Top 5 scoring for the Sharks. Erik Karlsson, 24 games, 11 goals, 21 assists, 32 big points, a -2. Timo Meier, 10 goals, 22 assists. 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points, -3. Thomas Hertl, 5 goals, 16 assists, 21 points. He's even. Logan Couture, 20 points and a -11. And Alexander Barabanov got 14 points and -9 for Montreal for these stats. Nick Suzuki in 21 games, 24 points. That's 12-12. Caulfield, 12 goals, 9 assists, 21 points. He's even. By the way, Suzuki's a +3. Kirby Dack, 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points, +1. Sean Monahan with 5 and 9 for 14 points and -5. And Christian Dvorak rounding that out. 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points, -1. Sharks lines tonight. Thomas Hertl in between Meier and LeBanc. Couture in between Nieto and Barabanov. Bonino in between Gregor and Kunin. And Lawrence in between Lindblom and Svechnikov. On defense, Megna and Karlsson. First pair, Edward Vlasic. No, it's Mark Edward. It's not like that. Cut. Take 2. Vlasic and Benning. Second pair. Simek, I guess. Schmeck. I'm going to call him Schmeck. And the other one's even harder. Chichek are the third pairing. Hope they don't come up out on the ice at all. Capo Kakkonen starting, Arundel backing him up. And you can see Gurusi, Nico Sturm, upper body. He's out. Canadiens lineup, not much change no change on the forward line. Suzuki, Caulfield, Dack, Monahan, Armia, Anderson, Dvorak, Dadonov, Gallagher, Evans, Pizzetta, Slavkovsky. Then you got Matheson and Savard now first pairing. Edmondson and Gooley second pairing. Harris and Kovacevic today third pairing. Allen sitting out. Monty backing him up. Arbor is scratched. I could hear everybody go, no, why is Arbor scratched? I know, I could hear it all. But he's out tonight, and that's the lineups, and that is your preview. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'm going to get to that now. Oh, I think I was where I needed to be. Awesome. Okay, I was. AJ Fed 4-2 Montreal. Caulfield with the first. Pete's enjoying his tequila. And hit the shit out of the thumbs up button, everyone. That's Pete's words, not mine. But I agree with those words. Hey, Lucas, I just got your email just before coming on here to get my code to get in, whatever. I saw your email, so I'll get back to you on that. 5-3 Habs, Carlson with the first goal. And let's see, rounding it out, Stan the man, after this game, it will be the Western Canada trip plus a game in Seattle. I guess that's it, eh? Western Canada, Seattle. There's another game there, too. Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver. Who else out in the West for Canada? I believe it. Well, I have it right underneath my microphone. I'm going to look at it in a sec. But yes, hopefully they come away with at least a split. Well, it depends on what mind you're of. But, on the talk of tank and draft picks, I've seen a lot of good points being made out there in Twitter land from some good people. And it's very true in this. Don't have to be how do I want to put that? If you look at our three of our best players, right? And that's Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and then on defense, you got Caden Gooley. Nick Suzuki, 13th overall. Cole Caulfield, 15th overall. Caden Gooley, 16th overall. What's the point of that? The point is that you don't necessarily have to be picking up there at the top, but you have to be picking smart. And it makes a lot of sense. Now, not that I would turn away any of those guys up at the top, but it's not the end of the world as long as you're picking the right guys. And then you look at the draft last year, I don't know that anybody thought Beck and Hudson would be tearing it up the way they are this year, and so I just think that's the important thing is to really do the scouting and make smart picks. It makes sense. Now, I wouldn't turn away a top draft pick, obviously, but we're probably not going to get one this year. It's what it's looking like. Although, a lot of hockey left, a lot of games left, so. They'll be pushed around tonight without Wi-Fi, same as they did in Buffalo. Yeah, well, it depends. If San Jose is playing that type of game, I agree. Maybe they feel they won't be. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Habs 5-4. Habs win 5-4. I'll put it that way. Cole Caulfield with the first goal. If Cole Caulfield scores the first goal, I'm going to say there's such a variance. Like there's a lot of Caulfield guesses. Somebody's going to win the guess to score contest if Cole Caulfield scores tonight. I think most of the guesses are Caulfield getting the first one. This I do know. Apparently, I didn't check on my own, but I saw somebody said Caulfield has not gone 2 games without a goal this year. So if he hasn't scored 2 games, he'll score. He's not scored in the last 2. Is that? Although in the shootout he did the last game. He's due for a goal tonight, or at least one anyway. Which defenseman is sitting for Matheson tonight? Why for Matheson? I don't get why you're saying for Matheson. Matheson didn't just get added. If you're going to look and say Matheson, is who's sitting for Jordan Harris tonight? Because Jordan Harris just got put in there. So it is Arbor Jacki. But yeah, I'm Lucas, I'm really confused why you said Matheson. But that's just me. All right, so what I did everything, right? So we just got conversation going. So I'm here for a good 10 minutes. Ask away anything you want to know that you don't know an answer to that maybe I can answer, and I will tell you if I know. Pete Matheson's a regular. Yeah, no, that's why I'm confused why he said Matheson. Well, he's on his 5th game now, Matheson, so it's not like he just got, put into the lineup. But it's Jordan Harris who sat last time that's in, so that's why it's Harris that you're talking about. I mean, and I don't know why it's Arbor and they're not sitting Kovacevic. I know they're not going to sit Gooley. But yeah, I don't know why. It looks like they're going to do most of their rotating between Harris and Jacki. It seems like that's going to be and then Kovacevic here and there, but Goulie's not going to be in that. Lucas says, haha, I guess he is sort of the new guy this season, but true, he isn't going to be sitting if he isn't hurt. No, that's it, yeah. Like, if it was his first game back, then yeah, who's sitting? I get that, but I mean, it's not, so that's why I asked. You know me, you gotta be exact with me. Yeah, I gave my guess to that. So give your guess for the Guess to Score contest if you haven't already. My guess tonight is 4-3 for Montreal, but I'm giving Timo Meier the first goal. And with that, who's going to score the first goal? Honestly, most nights you can throw a dartboard as the names and, be just as accurate as anybody else, to be honest with you. I think the score, you can have somewhat of a guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think the whole thing is kind of somewhat fluky. But it's a fun contest and doesn't cost anybody anything. So it's fun just to, the challenge of it. Okay, other than that, I don't have that much. I don't know what else to talk about. So you guys got to lead the way. Come on, let's see some comments. Give a thumbs up. Especially if you're on your way out, please give a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And send in a question, and I will answer. Would you call this Ask Rick? Pete says he's beginning to like the idea of sitting Jack-Eye only because it gives him some rest between games and fights. Hopefully, this allows him to be strong all season. Well, yeah, but also, the young guys, did anybody really expect that once Goulie started, okay, Goulie, I could see playing the 82 games. But of the other three defensemen, I didn't expect all of them to play 82 games, right? So this is just that. They're going to rotate them in and out, and they're each going to take their turn, I'm quite sure. Hey, Doug, how you doing, man? He's got 5-3 for the Habs, and Suzuki getting the first goal. And I'm not sure what that is there, the emoji. What is that there? I can't see my old eyes. Is that like a guy on a motorcycle? Suzuki. I answered my own question, see? A&W, average NHL game ends up 3-2, so that's not hard to guess, but guessing who scores first is a 1 in 60 chance, pretty much, right? I know oftentimes it's somebody nobody would guess gets the first goal. It happens so many times. Ray, that's enough barking. Enough. Yeah, the average NHL game at 3-2, I think that's right. But I try to average it out by what their averages are, and I try to figure it out. Now, am I going to be right all the time? No. But, every now and then. Angus, hey, Angus, 4-3 Habs, Anderson with the first goal. I feel Anderson playing well last 4 games, getting good chances. The chances, without a doubt. Geez, what game was it? Was it Buffalo? He had like 4 chances. Got robbed a couple of times. I think it was Buffalo. So yeah, I mean Anderson, he's a streaky scorer. He'll get a goal, and then for the next 3-4 games, he's probably going to score. Like, that's the kind of scorer he is. So, but it was good to see him playing well and getting good chances. So hopefully tonight he can continue and pop a one. I don't know why I'm using this lighter here. I got a lighter here but I wouldn't think to use it, right? Because it's got a Habs logo. I don't know. Hey, Glenn, how you doing? Good luck this week. I'm playing you this week in the head-to-head. Right now, you're beating me, but I didn't have any goalies in, so still don't have a goalie tonight, I don't think. He's got Montreal 4, Sharks 2, Anderson first goal. Awesome, Glenn. Pete Goulie is in a league of his own. Well, not. I mean, potentially, right? Potentially. I mean, he could be peaking in his career. I've seen that happen first year, but I doubt it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I just hope he can keep it up all season. We often say that it's a long season. However, it's also grueling as well with all the aches and pains. Plus, I do want to say Gooley is he's used to playing. How often do they play in the juniors? I don't know. Do they just play weekends like in college? Like, I don't know. I don't think that's the case, but you play a little bit less games and it's a little more grueling, so we'll see how he handles that. So far, so good, but you got to figure at some point in the season it'll catch up to him for sure. It does, I guess, for everybody in general, right? But aches and pains, well, I mean, that's every hockey player to tell you at some point in the season, everybody's hurting. Like everybody's got something to deal with. It's just to what extent is it? Can you play through it? Awesome. 25 people in the room. I got about another 5 minutes or so, and then I will be going to take my usual 20-minute break to go and do my shit that I got to do in between shows, and I'll be back for the live hangout. So don't forget, 7 o'clock, the live hangout. Play-by-play. Matt may join us. Matt may not. I haven't heard from him today, so I don't know. And otherwise, I provide all the play-by-play, all the commentary, and I talk to you guys and chat, and we have a lot of fun. Unless it's like a really boring game, and then I think everybody just gets... it's a long season, so if a defenseman sits a game or two, it will be a benefit to them in case of fatigue or injury. No, 100%. Especially when they're not a guy that's a veteran defenseman used to the grind and the, just the grind of the season. It can only benefit them to have some rest, It's Barry. Hey, it's Barry. Tanya Habs, what do you think of Jack Guy, and do you think he should stay in the NHL? Yes, I do. Love the guy. Yes, I do. I think as far as physicality, I love what I see. And he's also a hockey player. He's not a goon. So should he be sent down to Laval? I think at some point it's a possibility that he might, and Harris as well, just because they have waiver exemptions. So it might have to be done because they have no other choice at some point. But yeah, no, I love Jack Guy. He's a crowd favorite. He is earning everything he's got. So you got a signature at the prospect tournament? Awesome. That must have been fun. He seems like a really down-to-earth kind of kid, Knees were a real problem when I played junior. Everyone's knees hurt by the end of the season. Hips as well. Everyone's hips hurt. Yeah, well, of course, You do things that aren't 100% natural to do it, especially for the knees, because, you're not skating straight-legged. You're skating bent at the knees. So when you take a hit and stuff, it kind of is easier to take, but in the long run, I believe that causes a lot of the problems, right, over time. And hips, well, I know for goalies, hips are whatever, because you're swiveling and you're doing and taking hits that way. And yeah, it's just no good for anything body-wise. As Barry says, Jack Guy's hands are massive. Yeah, they are. Did you shake his hand? You need two hands to shake his one. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get hit by one of those either. A couple more minutes. Yeah, Pete, your knuckles hurt because you were just a goon fighting all the time. Admit it. Come on. But yeah, you're right about the shoulders. I forgot. That's how I blew out I did it at work, but what led to that was hockey, and I was a defenseman in the Old Timers League. I was a defenseman and probably the smallest guy on the team, but I was pushing all these big guys out of the way, and I end up with bad shoulders from that. So yeah, shoulders too. And there you go. A&W says defenseman pivoting. It's not natural for the hips under that kind of stress over years. Hey Steve, how you doing? You talking about Metal? I still haven't seen him. I know nothing about him, and honestly, don't really care. To be very honest with you, don't really care. But I haven't seen him yet, even. So I don't even know. Oh, you shook his hand? He said, listen, he shook Jack Eye's hand, but he also fought someone that game, and there were almost chips taken out of his knuckles. Oh, that's the Ottawa Senators game where he beat up Morissette, I think. Glenn says it's a good time to head out west. No team playing too good. But remember, they're going – the American teams they're facing are I know Seattle. Seattle actually playing good. And I don't know what the American ones are. There's one game I don't know, but they're mostly playing Canadian teams. So, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is, you know. They'll get out. You know, you could say that, and they get out there and they're not playing well, and the other teams look great, and they, you know, I think in general they don't do great going out to the West Coast. I don't know if there's a difference between going out to the American West Coast or the Canadian West Coast or what, but I know they do usually well against Vancouver. So, hey Jack, how you doing, man? 5-1 Habs. Kirby Dak getting the first. Dak, what a story that was, eh? The Chicago game couldn't write it any better. That's why in the thumbnail. Oh well, the thumbnail for a hangout, I used that picture of him going to the crowd like that. You know, I used it even though he's in a white uniform, and they're at home. I try not to get that screwed up. All right, so another minute or two, and I'm taking off. So get your last call for questions. Pete, yeah, I just said that the Canucks they usually do well against, but I don't think it's the case always for Edmonton and for Calgary. Steve, if you look over my right shoulder, that's who it was. There's a sweater hanging behind me over my right shoulder, and that's my idol. Stan says Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver, Seattle are the games. No, but I gotta look at that. Hang on. Maybe I miscounted. Okay, so Calgary, that's Thursday at 9. Edmonton, Saturday at 7. Monday, oh yeah, I did. It's the wrong week. I had different. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Monday in Vancouver at 10:30, and then Tuesday Seattle at 10. And then oddly enough, they come back, and next Saturday they play LA and Montreal. So there you go. It's the week after there are Wednesday and Thursday games. I thought there were 4 games next week. I think it's the week after I got 4 games, and there's back-to-backs. I hate when there's back-to-back games. It's not my favorite. Does Jake Allen have a good game today? Well, he's got a lot of rest. It's a good question. I don't know, because if you look at his numbers, they're not great, and he's got I don't know. We're going to find out when puck drops. Kachuk goes back to Calgary tonight. Must-see TV. Yeah, I guess. What do you think they're going to do there? He left as a free agent, right? So you think they're going to boo him? They're going to boo him, probably. Or are they going to just cheer him at first and then boo him? They'll boo him when he touches the puck in the game, I'm sure. I have Kachuk in my fantasy pools. You think I maybe care about it, but I don't really. It's not a big thing for me. All right, so on that note, I am going to take off here. I'll be back in 20 minutes for the hangout. I'm not sure if Matt, BL, don't listen to this. I'm not sure if Matt will be there or not. I didn't speak to him today, so I don't know. But it's fine. I'm going to be fine all alone there. Yeah, so we'll see you there in 20 minutes. I will do play-by-play. We'll have some commentary. I'll talk to you guys in chat, and we'll have a good time. And we'll cheer on the Habs. And hopefully we'll come out with a really good game tonight. That would be awesome. And then maybe they'll get their 3rd win in a row. So we'll see what happens tonight. So hopefully I'll see you then. And just read this one. No, it's not a Guy Lafleur stick. You're wrong. Sorry. I don't have a Lafleur stick. It's just an old coho. I don't remember whose stick it is. Can I see from here? It doesn't have a name on it. I don't know whose stick that is. It's a stick no, it's got black tape on it. I don't think that's me. That's a stick either someone gave me or I found it. I like it because it's an old hockey stick. It's an older one, so the old coho. I don't know what the model number is. I don't know what the model. I know there's a famous model number for that, I think. Or maybe I'm getting that confused with a Victoriaville. Nick Kiprio says that if U-turn, that's Matthews, doesn't sign by the end of the season, he is gone. And the next comment down is Pete says, see ya. And that's what Matthews is going to be saying to Toronto. And on that note, I got to take off. I'll see you in 20, well, less than that now. Till then, stay safe. Peace out. And ciao, everyone. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.